Good Monday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the video forecast discussion for the last Monday of 2014 on the 29th. And on this late Monday morning, we have mostly sunny skies across the northern reaches here and in through most of Pennsylvania as well. Cloudier skies here across the Delmarva region. We'll get into that in just a moment. Temperatures are pretty uniform. They're ranging in the upper 30s to low and mid 40s across the region, with generally fair weather across the region as high pressure moves off the coast and a light north to northwest wind is evident across the region. Morning pass of the visible satellite imagery this morning shows mostly clear skies. We do have some high and mid-level cloud cover across the northern reaches, but mostly sunny skies are being realized here around Hartford and Connecticut, the lower Hudson Valley here, and into Long Island and into northern and central New Jersey. Lots of areas here in Pennsylvania also showing lots of sunshine this morning. More clouds central and southern New Jersey as a shortwave is rotating through the region and is moving off off the coast here. A few areas where the lifting is in the cloud water vapor channel here. More lifting to the south and west over the Carolinas, and that's also sliding to our south and east as Arctic air continues to pour into the region. We can see this on a wide-scale view of the radar mosaic as everything is drying up as it enters and exits off the Delmarva this morning, and a closer look of that as well. And we get into our Doppler radar here for the northwestern radar mosaic, northeastern sector here. All of this sliding and drying out as it moves through the region. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We have no land advisories in effect. We do have a stalled frontal boundary today and tonight. Areas of low pressure moving across and shifting off the Delmarva coast through this morning. There's some cold air advection occurring today and will strengthen some by late today and tonight. Basically, we're looking for some small craft conditions and a tighter pressure gradient across the region here, across southern New Jersey and the Delmarva coastal waters here. It does appear generally to be marginal. However, the gusts look to be near advisory criteria across the southern waters by early tomorrow morning. And thereafter, a small craft advisory has been issued for the lower Delaware Bay and coastal waters south of Little Lake Harbor Inlet starting early tomorrow morning just before sunrise. For Tuesday, there is a small craft advisory ongoing for the lower Delaware Bay here and the southern Atlantic waters for a surge of around 25 knots. Gust occurring and the low pressure system moves further offshore and intensifies. Peak gusts could occur mainly during Tuesday morning. Upper Delaware Bay and northern coastal waters conditions are expected to stay below small craft thresholds. Tuesday night and Wednesday, sub-small craft conditions expected, may be close enough to close late in the afternoon on Wednesday night and Thursday night. Westerly winds gust to near small craft advisories possible, primarily on the Atlantic coastal waters, and then dropping off again by Friday. For the aviational weather deck today, VFR ceilings, north to northwest winds becoming north and northeast at about 5 to 10 knots. Some light rain early this morning south of Wilmington, but that's already moving off the coast. Tonight, VFR ceilings mainly around 10,000 feet, north to northeast winds at 4 to 8 knots. That's pretty light. Tuesday, VFR conditions expected as we gusty northerly winds at 20 to 25 knots. Airports in Delmarva south of Wilmington and in New Jersey south of Atlantic City and Millville, there is still a risk of some MVFR ceilings at times. And then on Tuesday night through Friday, basically VFR conditions expected, gusterly westerly winds exceeding 20 knots possible during the day on both Wednesday and Thursday. Right now outside of Newark, we have 41 degrees, not bad. Temperature dew point 19, humidity 41%, that's dry. Wind is northwest at 8. A few clouds at 18,000, 21,000, and 25,000. And basically looking at VFR conditions in play and expected to continue throughout today. Right now we're in VFR also at Philadelphia, temperature 42, dew point 23, humidity 46%. The wind is out of the northeast now at 8. A few clouds at 8,000, broke at 18,000 and 22,000. Not a bad morning out there. And VFR conditions in place. Late morning surface chart from weatheroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows a little bit of a trough axis here sliding through and offshore the southern Delmarva regions. A lot of this precipitation might be Virga or Snurga, mostly Virga as the temperatures are still too warm here. We'll show that in a minute on Doppler. Here is the frontal system and another wave of low pressure off over the Carolinas. We show this on water vapor that's sliding to the south and east. This is the boundary layer of another Arctic front, a stronger Arctic front, which is beginning to get a little bit stuck here in its motion towards the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area, but this will move through the region over the next 24 hours and temperatures will tumble. Latest morning run of the high-resolution rapid refresh model cloud and precipitation forecast shows that area over the Delmarva drying up, mixed clouds and sunshine and cooler air coming in. You can definitely see a cold punch during late this afternoon, tonight, and early tomorrow morning as the skies begin to clear out over the northwestern sections, and still some clouds linger across central and southern portions, especially over the Delmarva. But this frontal boundary and shortwave continue to sink to the south as colder air begins to filter in across the region. Morning run of the NAM WRF composite reflectivity forecast and precipitation type. Clouds went out early and then clearing. More clouds over late this afternoon and early tomorrow morning, and then the skies really do begin to clear out. But colder air, you can see this with the thicknesses lowering here as we move in. And some of these areas here off the Great Lakes, there will be some snow flurries and snow showers. Most of that trajectory stays to the north, away from the region, with a cold air mass and dry conditions in place. As far as temperatures go, we can see that they'll get into the 40s across the region, which they're already doing, and then they're going to precipitously drop through the 30s and upper 20s tonight across most regions, including the New York City metropolitan area too. So it's going to be a cold night tonight. Temperatures rebound tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon back into the 30s and lower 40s, but then really just cold air, maybe just 30s or upper 20s across the region by late tomorrow afternoon. You'll definitely notice a chill in the air, a much chillier forecast. And as we head into Wednesday and Thursday here, especially with dry conditions here for New Year's Eve, with the temperatures on the cold side. If you're going to be outside, the temperatures are going to be in the low to the mid and upper 20s across the region. Most of them will be below freezing across the entire forecast region. Take a look at the GFS precipitation type and forecast going forward here. Here's our area of low pressure, or wave moving off the Delmarva, drying and sinking air, high pressure building in, colder thicknesses here, so definitely colder forecast, but a dry forecast going through Wednesday into Thursday. Looks like dry conditions, cold conditions for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And then we get to the weekend where things get a little interesting. A wave of low pressure in the southern branch scoots out. A little bit of cold air signature damming here, but that retreats as well. So we're left over with increasing cloud cover, and then the rain chances begin across the southern reaches here. And by Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, probably the GFS this morning's run from 6C finds one wave trying to move up towards the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River Valley, with a second wave developing around the coastal plain and transferring itself. Could be a little bit of rain mixed with some sleet or frozen precipitation at the onset very late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, but mostly going over to a moderate rain here. The snow forecast and ice forecast will be further to the north and east, and we'll continue to monitor this in future trends. That deepens and moves out into the northeastern Atlantic, and we're left with high and dry conditions for Monday and a Tuesday and Wednesday, with cold high pressure once again building across southeastern Canada, ridging down through the northern mid-Atlantic coast states. And then again, things get interesting right around my birthday. What else is new? It's January, and it's the new year, 2015. More isentropic lift and coastal wave developing over the coastal waters here of the Carolinas, moving north. Cold, high pressure wedging down into the northern Atlantic, northern mid-Atlantic area, could be producing some snow across the region, and that would be for, well, Wednesday morning, January 7th, and then off the coast that goes. Another clipper moves through to the north at southeastern Canada, and then more high pressure builds in across the region. So definitely much more of an active pattern than we've seen, but we'll keep a monitor of the situation. And don't forget, part 2 and 3 of the extended video forecast discussion covering all of the aspects of the winter forecast will be upcoming later this evening. So for everything live, it's Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a pleasant Monday afternoon, and we'll be back with the extended video forecast discussion part 2 tonight.